Executive Director of Givable. And what we're really trying to do with Givable is to create a platform that allows philanthropy to enter the 21st century. And this really came from our 3 founding partners. They were invested in creating something that allows people to give back to their local community and do it in a very interactive, very fun sort of way, and leverage the power of technology to lower the barrier of entry and allow more people to give back. And so here's some kind of statistics about philanthropy right now, is that we have this huge generation of givers that are entering the workforce. They're starting to get involved in their local community, and they're starting to make money. We have a lot of buying power in millennials. But at the same time, not a lot of them are really giving back. They're not involved in philanthropy as much as older generations. And this is a lost opportunity. And the fact is that millennials aren't, philanthropy isn't speaking the millennial language right now. Millennials are very interested in causes, and not necessarily in institutions just yet. So really to achieve with this group and getting millennials starting to give is that we have to create smart digital platforms and bring in this group of new givers. So let's just say that 50% of people only give during 2 months of the year. And even so, there's this growth in online donations. So technology is starting to enter that sphere, and it's really starting to engage people in philanthropy. But at the same time, we're not just there yet. So this is how we came to our mission with Givable, is let's get more people giving, let's bring in a new generation of givers, and let's make it easy, interactive, and habitual. And the fact is, people really want to give back. People are giving us more happy. NIH says that it starts to fire up parts of our brain that are connected with happiness, and then giving also releases endorphins, gives us that helper's high. So how do we start to incorporate that into our daily life? Because we can all become more happy people. We also can create a more socially aware and concerned community when we start that, when we start to give more habitually. And so that's kind of our operations with Givable, is let's start to bring in giving into our daily life. And we do this by every Monday through Friday, you receive an email with a cause of the day and 2 charities to click and give to. And so this is allowing you to really start to engage with your local community on a daily basis. It's like you're signing up for a newspaper subscription that's all about nonprofits and all about causes and good things in your community. So instead of opening the New York Times or the Wall Street Journal and seeing like all the awful things happening in the world, you can see some great causes and some organizations that you can give to. So at the touch of the button, you wake up and you see a cause of the day. So let's say homelessness in St. Louis, childcare education, various different causes that are going on in our community. And then some facts about this. So why is it important to give back to child care education? Why do we need to involve this cause, get involved in this cause, and why is it important? And then we have 2 organizations in our local community that are addressing this in slightly different ways. So one might be addressing it, child care education through literacy, and one through early education programs. And you choose which organization you feel creates the most impact in your local community. It's your choice. You have this choice between the 2 organizations. So you click to give. You're brought to the next page that shows you the giving statistics for the day. So you can really understand how the rest of the community has been giving. And you're only giving 25 cents, that's a quarter. But if you're really like the nonprofit, you want to get engaged more, you can click to give more. So you have opportunity to give $2, $5, $10, $25. We also have a quote of the day, something to lighten your day, get you happy and interested. And you're doing this every Monday through Friday. So you're giving to a total of over 260 nonprofits a year. At the same time, a lot of people want more control over this too. So we have the ability to click skip for a charity that, or a cause of the day that you're just not that interested in. If you want to hold your quarter into the next day, you can give 50 cents, 75 cents, that sort of thing. And you can also have this auto donate function. So if you don't get to your email, if you're not interested in giving that day, your 25 cents will be split equally between the two charities that we have featured. And so you also have this dashboard where you can track your giving. You have your lifetime giving total, the different causes that you've been giving to on a daily basis. Some of them are called off there, but you can get the general idea. And then you can see what the cause was the day before. You can see where you've given more to. Just keeping track and keeping a total of your daily giving. And then we also created this platform to apply towards businesses as well. And the reason why we did this is that there's a lot of small businesses, a lot of organizations that aren't involved in corporate philanthropy just yet. Maybe the barrier to contribution is just too high for them, and they just, they're not there with their organization. Maybe they're a startup and they're just not there with funding yet. So at only $8 per employee a month, Givable is really an easy grassroots way to enhance corporate giving because it's employee driven. Employees choose how they want to give back to their local community. And 78% of employees really want to be active and giving back. And the millennial workforce shows that they want to be giving to social causes. They'll be more loyal to companies that allow them to do that. And it's actually shown to increase performance when you start to incorporate giving into your corporation's sort of mantra. And so there's a huge lost opportunity because a lot of small businesses aren't doing this right now. And so let's start to make it employee driven. So grassroots, not dictated by the top, but dictated by the employees. So here's some of the organizations we have on our platform right now. So these organizations signed up all their employees through our system, and each employee receives their organization each day. And the corporation or the small business pays for their 25 cents a day, but then if the employee wants to click and give more, it'll ask for their credit card information, so they're responsible for any additional gift. But it's allowing them to see what sort of organizations are out there. And the fact is that we're still incorporating our technology. We're not just there yet, but eventually we hope to start to tailor volunteer opportunities and additional ways to get involved based on how employees are giving, because we're getting a ton of data from people about what they like to give to, what they're interested in, and this is something that we can start to really use to create some conditional logic around the nonprofits that we send people and the volunteer opportunities that we send people. And here's some commonly asked questions, is how do you choose your charities? So what I try to do is I have this huge list of nonprofits in the St. Louis area, and I make my choices based on organizations that have a good reputation. I do some pretty intense vetting. I look at Trade Navigator and GuideStar. I look at their Form 990, all of their tax documents. I check out the news, I check out their social media, just make sure that they're a reputable organization that's doing some great work in the community. And then I pair them together based on the cause of the day. So if it's child care education, I find two organizations that really address that in slightly different ways that really pair well together in a way that people can make a choice between the two. And then we're doing St. Louis charities right now, but the hope is that we can eventually incorporate national, international charities in with this. So when there's a hurricane in New Orleans, you can give back the next day to organizations that are on the ground doing some great work. So this can be adapted to things that are going on in the world. And what if you don't like the cause of the day? I kind of explain that. You can hit skip, and your quarter will be allocated towards the next day. You also have that auto-donate option, so if you just want the quarter to be split between the two nonprofits of the day, you can do that as well. And will I be billed for 25 cents every time I give? No, that would be awful. We just do a subscription-based model, and so you're giving, or you pay for $8 a month, and that's all tax deductible because we are a 501c3 organization. And then we take that 25 cents a day, so that ends up being around $5.50, $5.75 a month that you're actually donating. And then we take a $2.50 administration fee to really cover credit card expenses, give us some allowance for growth. So right now, that's kind of a high percentage fee that we're taking as administration. So our hope is that once we get enough people on the platform, we can start to lower that. But we hope that people think of this as a subscription-based model. So you're subscribing for an app that really delivers nonprofits into your inbox every day, like you would a newspaper subscription or any other app that you would use. What happens if I don't open my email? So that you can do that auto-donate option. And then is my donation tax deductible? Yes, we're 501c3, and we'll send tax letters once a year so people can use that on, or, deduct that from their taxes. Some people are like, all right, it's only like $96 a year, that's not worth it. But some people really want that tax deduction, so we make sure we get that for you. So this is our big push, is how do we bring people that are not giving right now into philanthropy. And so we hope we can do this by creating this platform. And it's email based now, which is not perfect. Email's pretty hard to work with. If any of you guys work in email marketing, I'm sure you know. Sometimes it gets delivered to the wrong inbox, into your promotions mail, which is a problem that we're facing a little bit right now, is that it's being put into people's promotions. Figuring a way around that, but as you can understand, it's a little bit difficult, so we always encourage people to make sure that all of the Givable emails go into their main inbox. And then we're trying to really get some data from our community. So as we create this, what sort of things are people looking for? Do people want to be giving to their local community every day? Do people want to give to more national, international charities, maybe once a week? Do people want to be receiving volunteer opportunities based on how they're giving? And so that's what we're trying to do in the next couple of months, is really start to get some feedback from our users. We have around 100 users right now that are giving every day, so we're giving like chump change. It's like $15 a day. So if you guys want to help out, it would be great if you signed up. So we can start to really add on some more users. We can really start to get more people that are giving, and then also be giving more to these nonprofits. Our hope is that we can sign up around 3,000 people in our first year, which is a high hope, but I hope we could, I'm one person, but I hope we can do it. I have a really great board, so Cultivation Capital, Steinberg Family Foundation, and Regional Business Council have been a huge power behind this, and they're very interested in really embracing the entrepreneurship sector with this, getting startups on this, getting small businesses on this. And just imagine how much we can be giving as a community each day in St. Louis. We're really empowering people in our city to give back. St. Louis is the #1 most philanthropic city, which of all of the charts that we can be on, I think that's a pretty good one. So how do we really start to embrace that in the 21st century? And this is something that will allow us to do that. So yeah.
Great, thank you. Who wants to start with questions? All the way over here.
Have you had any success yet reaching out to any of the larger charitable organizations in St. Louis, like the Children's Hospitals, the zoo, so forth? That's kind of the first question. And have you reached out to the St. Louis Community Foundation? I know the company I work for, we do a lot of work with them, and so just curious if you've had any success in reaching out to them, or if you plan to do that.
Yeah, I'm actually in talks with the St. Louis Community Foundation. They're going to become a partner with us. So we're going to slap their logo on our page and sign up all the people at the Community Foundation. And we're going to work together around St. Louis STL-Feb Day to cross-promote. The Community Foundation is really invested in this problem as well, as how do we get new givers into giving in St. Louis. And part of this is that what we're doing on the ground now to get millennials starting to give is really going to help the Community Foundation with what they're doing for people who have more wealth down the road, is that it's already ingrained in people's identity, giving back. So yeah, that's, and some of the larger ones you mentioned, the zoo, Children's Hospital, we'll feature them on the platform eventually, where part of this is to bring some awareness to nonprofits that might fly under the radar. So, smaller organizations that just don't get as much attention as larger ones. But also, people like that choice, that dichotomy. And people know the zoo, they know these Children's Hospitals. So we'll just have to, it'll be a sort of gray area for a while of how we match nonprofits together, but we'll definitely be featuring those larger organizations. And I contact the nonprofits before I feature them, just letting them know what to expect. A lot of them are kind of confused right now because they're like, what is this? But you know, my hope is eventually we can create a relationship where the nonprofits are helping cross-promote this. So when they're featured on a day, they can fire this out to their community and say, we're going to be featured on Givable on Wednesday. It would be great if you guys signed up and gave to us.
But great organization. Thanks for giving the presentation. So I have a friend of mine who's the head of the Happy's Running Club of St. Louis. I think she would love to talk to you. I don't know if this is your mission statement, but all their runners, they do lots of races around St. Louis and elsewhere. You know, for one of those, sponsor me for $1 a mile or something like that. I think that would be a huge, it's a big running club, and they would love to contribute to this. So I think you should
Let's
talk
go.
to her.
You started to lightly touch on this a little bit, and I'm going to drill into where I'd like to talk about it a little bit more. You've identified your market segment as millennials primarily, and you've chosen email as your platform of choice. The data shows that that's maybe a little bit of a mismatch compared to other options. Could you expand on that choice?
That's a great question. So I actually wanted to talk to you guys about this and just get your feedback, is that we're still trying to figure out what our target market is. Our gut says that we start to really market this at millennials. This is a great opportunity for philanthropy in St. Louis. But millennials is a hard group to start to get to sign up for something like this. And so what I'm finding right now is we're getting a lot of Gen X, Gen Y, and not as much millennials. And so as we kind of move forward, definitely want to start to engage both, you know, like, the fact is, if all people want to sign up for this, great. But we really want to start to target a certain market with our wording, our marketing, and things like that. So that's something that we're thinking about. And the choice for email was initially just a choice of simplicity because it was the easiest thing to use as we pilot this. But the fact is, we created, I have a great developer, Chris DeGroat, who's awesome, by the way, if any of you know him. But he created this whole thing that is, basically we can turn this into an app easily. We created the API ourselves. And so that's the hope, is that eventually this is an application that people just get a notification on their phone, they swipe, and then they have these 2 charities to give to. And that's really where this is heading, is in the future, that's how people will be interacting. Email is great for now, but it's not going to be sustainable in the long run. But yeah, so that's the hope, is that eventually this gets to convert into an app. The other thing about email is that it's easy to sign on small businesses with right now. So basically the CEO, whoever signs everyone on, they just give me a CSV with everyone's names and their emails, and we sign them all up. And that's a lot easier than getting everyone to download an app. So, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Another question?
Can you also donate your time, such as Saturday morning a month rather than just money?
That's something that I was touching on a little bit, is how do we start to incorporate volunteer opportunities in this as well. And that's part of, when we collect information on how you're giving, we also collect information on the causes that you're interested in. When you first sign up for the app, we'll ask you to pick 5 causes. We're not doing anything with this now, but eventually I hope that on Saturdays you receive your volunteer opportunity. So you click to give during the week. On Saturday, if you're interested in child care education, if you're interested in homelessness, we start to get information from charities in the area that have volunteer opportunities, and then give you those opportunities based on how you give. But at the same time, it's hard to do, because initially I just wanted a button that said, if you want to volunteer with an organization, you can. So after you click to give, then you can click to volunteer. But then it became a difficult thing, because some nonprofits don't have the capability to take volunteers, some nonprofits don't want volunteers, and then we would just be sending people's emails to nonprofits and they would never be hearing back from them. So we want to make this, right now we want to meet the nonprofits' needs, but we're more focused on meeting the subscribers' needs and the donors' needs.
Right behind you.
Oh, I gave it to you already.
You mentioned that you have 100 users right now. How do you acquire those users, and is that like the level you're looking for?
How do we acquire the
The
users?
first 100.
Yeah, so actually that was quite easy because I have a great board. And Cultivation Capital, Saber Family Foundation, they were able to kind of get some small businesses in their network to sign up for this. And a lot of the startups were really excited too because they have a really high